play. I'm Frozen FJ-Town because my camera's not working, but that for you audio listeners, that should be fine. Joining us this week, we have, as usual, Sorg. How you doing, Sorg?
Hey, I'm here, and I've been playing some video games. Holy hell!
All right. We got Rizz. How
Hi.
you doing, Rizz?
Hi.
He's
Sorry,
still playing.
He's
in my
in the
zone
middle
right
of
now.
playing a game.
Oh, jeez.
And Chachi. How you doing, Chachi?
Yo! I am on a wicked freaking kill streak right now.
Wow, then
So-
we will leave you alone.
so-
for
I
a
guess
while.
is that the theme of Let's Play? Like, should I be playing a video game here? I don't even have my phone that I can play a game.
Why,
It would
why
fit.
Are we all
Either.
playing a game
Jeez.
in Let's Play, the freaking musical, whatever.
The musical?
I don't know. I was going to say the video game portion.
Are we off Broadway or on Broadway?
You can play a video game if you're able to pay attention and do it at the same time.
We're way
Okay,
off Broadway.
okay, all right. We can do this.
All right.
We
Well,
can do
since,
this. Hold on. Let me download Limbo on this computer. Wait, I got Duke Nukem 3D. It'll completely run on CyMac. Okay.
since half of our staff isn't playing video games right now, let's just might as well ask the question right now. What have you guys been playing this week?
Mm.
Let's start with Chachi. Chachi, what have you been playing this week?
Blops, game dev, and I also last week I announced that they were doing a sale on the first episode of the Walking Dead series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I picked that up. The first episode was free, and it took me like an hour to beat it.
Mm.
But it really shouldn't have, because it took me way too long to finish the final accomplishment, which I'm not going to ruin for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually think it's on sale again this week. The whole game is on sale.
Yeah, the whole
If you missed out.
series is half off,
Mhm.
but the first episode is free.
Definitely worth picking up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good game. So that's what I did this week.
Awesome.
Sorg, what have you been playing?
Oh, jeez. The usual. Well, I didn't get into Black Ops this week. Assassin's Creed 2. I got to the point where I couldn't go to bed because the next mission was going to be using Leonardo's flying machine. So I'm at that point. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Angry Birds. I actually dove into a bit of some of my Steam games because I have a lot of those. I've been picking up a lot of those Humble Bundles, but never really got into a lot of the games yet. Continuing with Limbo, which I've been kind
That's the name of that game.
Limbo.
Oh, I couldn't think of the name.
Limbo's
That's a good game.
amazing.
That's the all black one, right?
Yeah, the all black and white one with the creepy
Why's it
gotta be
spider
all
and
black?
everything.
I
It's cool.
couldn't-
It's cool.
I couldn't remember the name of that game. I was talking about it the other day.
If you ever have an opportunity to grab that on like PC or Xbox or something, it's well worth it.
Oh yeah.
There was another
I tried
one.
to play the demo and I failed.
It's a tough game. Yeah.
It's well, I think the demo ends with like you can't get past the spider and it kills you every time. I think there is something different actually in the game that you actually get by him. So, other than that, I played Duke Nukem 3D, of course, that my brother got me for my birthday. I've been playing like the Duke It Out and DC expansion pack, and I'm just popping back in and kind of just reminiscing a little bit. It includes the original non-updated version of Duke Nukem 3D running in DOSBox.
Nice.
Holy crap. And it even still has the Play on 10 button on it. 10 was the multiplayer network. You used to have to pay in order to play games online through it. Like, it did the whole connection thing like that automatically happens with our Black Ops 2 and stuff. Although, think like Black Ops 2, like how it's on Xbox Live. Like, this would be the Xbox Live of Duke Nukem 3D back in the DOS days, Because I remember there was 10. There was one that Sega actually did. It was like Heat something like that. I think it was just called Heat, actually. And then there's other services you could buy called like Kali or something like that. It was really big with like Doom and Quake
Kali.
and yeah, I know.
That's for another show.
Yeah, it's for another show.
That is for.
But yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun with that. And again, like a lot of games on my phone and everything. I just downloaded another one. I didn't download that Rock game just yet. But yeah, the Angry Birds, stuff like that. I've been getting way back into my Angry Birds addiction. So yeah, that's what I've been into.
Nice.
Rizz, what have you been playing this week? Oh, I know what you.
BioShock Infinite.
Oh yeah.
And Black Ops is pretty much it. Oh, and I did another demo of the other thing, but it's kind of...
Can I throw out? I was sitting at a Starbucks today, waiting for my car to be serviced, and they were playing some old music, old timey music.
You got your car serviced at Starbucks?
No. It's down the way from Starbucks is like
okay.
the nearest place I can go to do work because there's like no internet or cell service where the Firestone is, which is really weird.
Damn, those baristas are knowledgeable.
It's a really special Starbucks. Rotation latte.
Yeah.
But they were playing like old timey like music, like that's in BioShock 1, and it was really kind of bringing me into that. With as much as we've been talking about the new one and everything, so sorry about that. Go, yeah, Rizz.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, Bobby.
I've been playing Avengers Alliance, and I unlocked. I know you guys are gonna complain. I unlocked the Ant-Man. I got him.
Oh, you son.
I know.
Nobody cares, Bobby, about Ant-Man.
But I also got Magneto this week, so that was worth it.
Alrighty.
I've used Magneto. He's pretty good. I played Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I played BioShock Infinite, BioShock Infinite, and BioShock Infinite.
Did any of you guys beat it yet?
Not yet, no.
I'm on probably the last part of it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
No spoilers!
Yeah,
I'm not going to spoil
definitely no spoiler zone here.
Yeah.
Sorg, are you just asking because you want the game?
I want the game.
Okay.
You did put that out there, so.
I did give you that option, Sorg.
So yeah. Rizz said, "What you said? You said I could borrow the game when you're done."
You can borrow the game when I'm done, but whenever I feel like getting the DLCs, give it back.
So I'm really thinking about buying the season pass for this one.
You know what? I'm almost done with the documentary that I've been working on, so maybe I'll just have to all weekend that thing. As a celebration here, so maybe
you might be able to get through it in a weekend.
Maybe or a couple days or something like that. So, anyways, Bobby, sorry.
Yeah, I've been did anyone play the challenge this week?
I have. Thanks, Rizz.
I didn't.
You didn't?
What? Thanks me.
Thanks, Rizz, because I've been playing the hell out of that game.
And I got a problem with that.
What?
I got a problem.
What's the problem?
Sorg, the White Queen.
Yes.
In the original arcade game.
Yes.
Does the White Queen say "Welcome to die"?
I don't remember. White Queen.
No, Magneto said it.
Exactly. Because one of the achievements that I got was "Welcome to die," and it wasn't said by Magneto. It was said by the White Queen.
What?
And now you see, I stopped this game because I'm so angry. And when you do that, they try to mix it in to a complete sentence, and they kind of try to make it.
They're trying to cover it up.
Hey, we didn't mess up. It says it pretty much says let's see.
Well, it's Magneto that says it on Xbox Live. So if you want the actual version, it's on Xbox
It's the
Live.
better version.
Well,
But the White Queen, no, she doesn't. She doesn't say that for everybody who's playing the only.
wait, does she say it with? Oh, they don't give a speech bubble. Hold on.
Like, you're welcome to die.
You are. That's what she says. You are welcome to die.
The White Queen welcomes you to die. This can't be the actual one.
That's the exact.
Wow.
Hold on.
That's not cool at all.
That's not cool.
Yeah, that completely says welcomes you to die. And maybe it's one of those things where it's in arcade and you never heard it,
No,
or
but
something.
Look, if it was on there, the other one would be. I'll show you the award that I got.
I don't remember her being in the arcade game.
Welcome to die. Have the White Queen welcome you to die.
Yeah. Then that's what she does. But then there's another video here. Hold on, I got.
Is that the Xbox Live version, or is that the iPhone?
That's the right one.
That's the original version.
Yeah.
Now, did that happen in the iOS game yet?
Did you get to that?
I didn't get to that one.
I didn't get to that one yet either. I just haven't gotten that far.
I think it's near the end.
So I think both are accurate.
Both are
So
accurate.
I think both are accurate. I think
just
it's okay.
haven't
I think it's okay. Although I did see here that Deadpool in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 welcomes Magneto to die. So yeah, another game I need to really pick up. So, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since Rizz and I have picked up BioShock Infinite, that's our next segment is going to be devoted to our adventures in BioShock. We're going to try to keep it non-spoilery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the words. Can I say that the stuff I've heard at least 2 podcasts talk about it. I read through part of the Verge article that talked about it, and many have repeated that my jaw literally dropped at several instances in this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
When you first encounter Songbird, it is one of the most. It's amazing.
And is Songbird like the Big Daddy type character?
It's the big.
It's bigger than Big Daddy.
Okay.
Well,
It's-
yes. It is.
fuck you.
It is the Big Daddy character for BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, it guards Elizabeth in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't trying to say that, but yeah, it is.
Yeah. Also, Elizabeth, one of the most dynamic video game characters
Yes.
I've ever
she is,
seen.
This is the girl we see in the commercial in the blue dress. Okay.
Yeah, she follows you. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rizz.
I was going to say, she follows you everywhere you go, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
She's an expert locksmith.
Mm-hmm.
She finds stuff for you,
Okay.
either salts or coins or life. She throws it at you.
Okay.
Don't worry, you catch it all the time.
Yeah, you catch it all the time.
Okay.
You just
And
press the button.
she is possibly the most dynamic sidekick in any video game.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not like your average AI kit.
She's not gonna run into walls or anything.
Yes, she can handle her own in combat too.
Yes.
So
it's not a cruddy, non-player character. It's not like that.
yeah,
That the president's daughter from Resident Evil 4 that
that's
ticked
exactly
me
the
off to
example.
no end, or anything like that. So
Right.
Leon!
yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely not like that.
Mm.
And there was a webcomic online about her throwing money at you, but she doesn't throw the money at you when you're in combat like everybody says on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or she hasn't done that to me yet.
No, she hasn't.
It's
She
always
hasn't.
when you're in heavy combat, she either throws you ammo, which you need, or health, which you need,
Mm-hmm.
and she only throws it when you need it,
Right.
or salts if you use all your salts for your
Magic.
whatchamacallit,
Magic.
vigors.
So what makes this game stand out from the rest?
Oh.
The storyline.
The story is it just overly immersive?
The storyline has so many twists and turns already,
Yes.
and I'm only part ways in.
What-
And it's not like I find myself getting lost, like much like Game of Thrones. I find myself getting a little bit lost in the characters and why the heck am I doing this thing in the first place in Assassin's Creed myself? So is this
you get drawn in.
so this
Yeah.
I will be sucked into this one.
Yes.
Okay.
You will get drawn into this game
Mm-hmm.
from the minute you see, from the minute you start it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Now,
The
good. No, your thing first.
I like how we're just going. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But yeah, but to do so, the graphics have to be perfect, and the commentary between the characters, the dialogue has to be spot on.
Mm-hmm.
This is that game.
Excellent.
This is perfect.
And
Well,
there
near
are,
perfect. Near perfect.
and like somebody was saying, like they don't even need to tell the story in the game.
Mhm.
No.
There's one part where at the beginning of the game where you're in a room and Booker is like getting yelled at by some guy, and you're like, well, what's the story here? You look at the table, there's a whole bunch of scratch off lottery tickets. He has gambling debts and he's trying to pay him back.
Okay.
How is he going to get the money? They want the girl. Give him the girl for the money. That sets up the story perfectly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
just little things like that in the game that like are everywhere.
Nice. And there's more people. Like I know one thing that's been stated is there's more people to interact with the progressive story rather than the tape reels that you would always collect in BioShock 1, which is like I would listen to every one I got my hands on because I was really interested in what was going on.
Yeah, there's still like kaleidoscope. You're not kaleidoscope. What are they called?
Vox scopes.
But you do still have more people to interact with in this.
Yeah,
case.
you still have more people to interact with.
Yeah.
Like let's see, Fink I think is interactive with.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So you know, other than gameplay and stuff, there's been a lot of stories, and you know, you guys have played through. You know, it sounds like most of the game. There's been a lot of stories about how it's highly political, highly Americanized in this, like idealistic Americanized. And I think I have an idea from the videos I've watched so far. And that this game is very racist.
Yes.
Yes. Why are you so happy about that?
No, I'm not happy. I'm yes, very, very racist.
Okay.
The bad guys are racist.
I see.
The guys you have to kill are racist.
Yeah.
I see. So. Yeah, of course.
But still, it's not tasteless in how they portray it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It still tells the story and still shows you that in that era, it was still
that's
right.
That's how it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. But it was very like you throw the raffle or. Like should I say this? It wouldn't be the spoiler.
It's not that much of a spoiler.
It's not really a spoiler.
It's right at the beginning, anyways.
At the raffle, the winner gets to throw a ball at a couple who are mixed.
Interracial couple.
An interracial couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but it also gives you the option to throw it at someone else.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So this is the promise. It sounds like this is the promise of the interactive movie. From what I'm hearing from a lot of people.
I have not played a game where I was this immersed in the game, the world, the story. Mm-hmm. I don't think since probably Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
It's probably one of the most in-depth game I've seen since then.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Excellent. So final thoughts?
Definitely worth the purchase.
Good.
Buy it now.
Excellent.
We'll wait for you. No.
We'll wait for you.
Go ahead.
I actually had a regret that I didn't buy the full-blown version of this to get the Songbird statue. I was like, man, I should take it back and get the big version of it.
Bobby wants the Songbird statue.
All right. What's up? What's up next?
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we got things you should be made aware of.
I still love the name of this section. Things you should be made aware of, sir.
Continuing with our BioShock theme, we have from Amazon.com 2 BioShock figures. One is of Elizabeth, and the other one, I think they're called the Boys of Silence.
Oh, those guys suck.
I haven't run into those yet.
Those guys suck.
Yeah. And those are the first 2 figures that are being released in this series. They're probably going to release more later.
Okay.
I'm assuming next series will have a Booker figure. Yeah. And hopefully a Handyman figure, too.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Comstock figure.
They're up here. Good.
I want a Comstock figure. I don't know why.
And they're both up here on Amazon for $37.95 if you're interested. So,
or you can buy them individually for $19 each.
Okay, cool.
The next thing on our list, GTA. The box art was revealed today.
Okay.
It's like a standard fare GTA 5. The big things on it were the inclusion of a dog this time.
Okay.
Because they're going to include dogs in the game for the first time.
And then just thinking back, we haven't had dogs.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we have not had dogs in GTA games.
Typically it looks like we're gonna have attack helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to have some kind of gas gear. Now there's like an iPhone on here.
Yeah.
So how is that gonna play in?
Well, you had a cell phone in GTA 4.
Yeah, wasn't the start menu a?
It was
phone?
a cell phone. And Roman would call you every 5 seconds.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Let's go bowling.
Let's go bowling.
Hey, cousin, let's hang out.
Hey,
Let's go to
cousin.
the strip bar. They got the big titties.
Okay, and our next item that you should be made aware of, it's not for sale, but I come across this today on Kotaku. It is, I guess the guy's name is End of the Line Designs. He designed a Dishonored-themed Xbox controller. This thing is amazing.
Looks crazy.
Like, it's designed after Corvo's mask in the game. I just think I saw this, like, it looks kind of steampunkish slash it just looks like his mask. There's like stitching on it, and it's part like it's just amazing. So we'll put up a link in the notes for that so you can check it out too.
Awesome.
They released early reviews of the Lego Batman 2, or the Lego Batman movie,
Yes.
and they said if you were looking for a Lego Batman sequel, this would be it.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Movie style.
Nice.
There's also been reports that production has been halted on it for right now because of some Muslim group.
What?
Yeah,
Again?
What?
I'm gonna research it more and do a story on it for tomorrow.
All right.
Wasn't it because of the Jabba Palace?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So insertcointobegin.com. I will have that posted.
All right.
Because if someone's protesting something, I want to know about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I hate protesters. Get a life.
Chachi hates protesting things.
I
Chachi
do.
You should make a
plays,
sign.
Chachi plays for protesters.
It's dumb. Stop complaining and just deal with it, like the rest of us. That's all.
Okay. Since I've done this before on the show, I'm going to describe a webcomic.
It's that
came out
wonderful
this week.
segment. Bobby reads you a webcomic. Here. You're welcome, audio listeners.
Sticking with the Lego theme again, there was a comic on Penny Arcade this week about Lego City Undercover, which I heard is really good on Wii U. One of the best Wii U games based on Grand Theft Auto. It starts out the first panel.
Wait. Do you want to do roles?
We could.
All right. I'll be Lego in red. Rizz, can you be Lego in blue?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh wait, or I can just do both voices. Or Bobby, you want to do the other voice?
I'll do one of the voices.
All right.
My screen froze, so...
So go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Lego City Undercover is basically GTA, but with Lego, which is intriguing.
You looking for a good time, mister?
You're not really my type.
Sweetie, I can be your type. Just tell me what you're into. Fireman bottom? Pirate top?
And in the picture, there's various Lego body parts around.
See, we're getting this.
They
This
can
actually
switch
could be
to.
a really good feature. Go check out pennyarcade.com.
And scene.
And scene.
Wow.
Did we lose Rizz?
Yes, we did lose Rizz. He's
Oh,
doing the
no.
recalling thing, so we'll see if we can get him back here.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right, what's up next, Bobby?
Okay, Rizz has the next story. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no!
All right, now it's time for our news stories this week. I posted this on the Insert Coin to Begin this week.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that game trailer for the Phantom Pain that was on the Spike Video Game Awards?
Okay.
I was confused by this trailer, and I was like, "Wow, this game."
Wow,
looks
this I hadn't seen this. This looks interesting. They're so they're like somebody's being worked over, and it looks like in an ER or something, right?
Yeah. It turns out that it was revealed this week that the Phantom Pain is actually Metal Gear Solid 5.
What?
And I was like, I'm like, oh my god, it's amazing. I was like, at first I was like, I don't know if I dig this. Now that I know it's Metal Gear, it's Metal Gear, I'm like,
Now
on board with this game.
everything comes together.
Yeah, I'm a huge Metal Gear fan.
Yeah.
And I was just happy that they were coming out with Metal Gear Solid 5.
It looks
Even though I didn't finish 4 yet because I just got my PlayStation 3 not so long ago.
I played some of 3 and I finished 2.
3 is one of my all-time
like 2 is the
games.
only one I played through the entire way. I even got stuck on 1 when I went back.
If you get a chance, play through 3.
Okay.
3 is one of my all-time favorite games. It has the best boss battles of the series.
All right. Anyways.
But the bad news, David Hayter, the voice of Snake, he's been the voice of Snake since pretty much Metal Gear, I think.
Yeah.
Is out. He's not going to voice Snake in this game.
What?
Yeah, Hideo Kojima said that he wanted a fresh take on the series, and he just decided not to have. They didn't even ask David Hayter back.
And if you're gonna have a fresh take on the series, don't put a 5 after it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the only problem that I see right now. But maybe they'll get Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live to do the voice of Snake.
All right.
Only if he does the entire thing like Stefan.
Stefan, yeah.
That would be the only way I'd accept it.
It's like that thing when a Metal Gear holds a trophy. All right. Now a bit of sad news. The staff at High Moon Studios, famous for the Transformers games and Deadpool, were laid off today. After the Deadpool game was finished.
They finished it and they're like, all right, get out.
Yeah, exactly.
That stinks, but you know what? That happens. There's always turnover in studios like that. They rolled out I know the first Transformers games was amazing. Yeah. I hadn't had a chance to play a second, but it looked like it was continuing the trend. And I see nothing but good things from the Deadpool game. A little bit I've seen of it so far. So I mean, the great thing is that talent is now distributed amongst a bunch of other studios.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And making other great games. That's okay. A lot
of them will land on their feet.
Exactly. Like that's the game industry. They're going to have the rollover. You know, maybe they pulled funding or they got split off. Who do they make games for? Who's distributing Transformers and Deadpool? I forget.
Activision. I think.
It's Activision. Oh, dude, it's Activision. Who knows? You know, they shut down studios for fun.
Yeah.
So.
For fun.
We don't
what
like
are these guns? Transformers and Deadpool? How'd they sell? What? F them.
I lay them off anyways.
Yep.
But yeah, that's sad news. But hopefully they'll all land on their feet and we'll be fine with it.
Exactly. So back with us, Rizz.
I'm back.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm back. Sorg, I think you know a little bit more about this next story than I do.
Okay.
Star Wrestling?
Yes, I do. Now I need to. I'm sorry, I didn't get a heads up. No, our good friends. Right. We talked with our friend Dan Hinkles over at Serious Parody. We talked to them over at the Wrestling Mayhem show about their wrestling manager game. Sorry, I forgot the name of it it's such a tough name. Which is basically like, it seemed like one of those kind of card-based oh no.
It's Pokemon for wrestling.
It was like Pokemon card game for wrestling kind of thing. It was really cool, if you're really into, like those kinds of details and stuff. It had custom packs, and they had a really cool thing going with that. But they have a new
dog, I choose you.
Hold on a second. You threw me off there a little bit. I'm trying to bring up the article so I can bring up their info. But that's weird. They don't have it on here. Crap. But they're doing a new one. Hold on. Serious Parody. They're doing a new one called 5-Star Wrestling, which is actually going to be exclusive to the PlayStation Network. So it looks like it's going to be like it's being in the headlines touted as the PlayStation Network's downloadable replacement for WWE 13. Now that THQ doesn't have it, and it's really like people are saying, "Hey, THQ's not around; they're not making WWE games. Who knows when the next one's coming out? Hey, at least we have this thing." From what I can tell, they're calling it a pure wrestling game developed by Serious Parody. Now, again, this was it seems like a fledgling studio here doing iOS games. Of course, PlayStation has been a lot of articles out. Really good one on The Verge about PlayStation 3 has really been having a great groundswell and attracting a lot of indie developers at this point. And Bobby, I don't know, maybe you can lend to that. I don't know if you've observed a lot of that because I think you're the only one amongst us that has a PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. But but that's really cool that these guys are popping up on with that. If you look at Wrestling Mayhem Show, I think we talked to him once or twice, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like we talked to him a second time, maybe. I don't recall. But they're always touching base with us and letting us know what's going on out there. So keep an eye on that. We'll probably closer to release when we find out more that's going on. We'll try to get them on the Wrestling Mayhem Show and link that over to here. So we can connect that and you guys can hear what's going on. Hell yeah. So great to see those guys, friends of the other shows, doing some good stuff there. Keep an eye out for that 5-Star Wrestling.
Cool. Our last news story is actually a rumor, but people have been right about this before. Guys, new Call of Duty Black Ops 2 maps.
Ooh.
There's a rumor the new map packs will be called Uprising.
Okay.
The new maps, they feature a map called Vertigo, Encore, Studio, and Magma. And also there's a new mode called Mob the Dead. There's a promo image that was released, and that basically it looks exactly like the one that was released for the other map pack that was released. So we'll have more on this when it becomes available, because I know everybody loves the blops.
So. Yep. I put in for my season pass, so that's the first time I've ever done that. So
cool.
So, and I think this is your picture, right? Oh, not now. Whatever this ad is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like. Well, actually, no. That looks like a current.
I think it's near the bottom.
No, on this one. Sorry.
Oh, then they took it down. Maybe Activision told them to take it down.
Well, no, that's why it was on International Digital Time. So I don't know.
Oh.
So maybe they just didn't bother. So, anyways.
All right, it's time for our boss battle. Bring on the Birdo sword.
Yes.
This week's boss battle is, what was your favorite machine in the arcade as a kid? What did you play the most when you were a kid in arcades? And for those kids that are maybe listening to this, arcades were these places that housed video games that you would have to go to and put quarters in the machines to play the games. Okay, now that I've verified that I am old.
Verify how old we are as well.
Yeah, how old we are. Yes.
I think we all. Chachi, I think. Not. Wait, was it you? Yeah, I think you shared a moment with me on this one. Recently at Kennywood, right?
Yeah, what is that?
That would be the Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that fateful day last summer?
Yeah.
Now, this is the machine that I played. I was in a bowling league. I think it's arguable to explain how much of it me wanting to go bowling and how much I wanted to play in the arcade afterwards. I enjoyed bowling. I enjoyed the games. So it was always a really good Saturday afternoon for me, right?
For me, with the Turtles games, it was going to Hills and playing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we didn't have the luck of that. But no, they always had really cool stuff. I played Street Fighter the arcade game, Street Fighter the movie arcade game in there. They had Road Blasters, a sit-down unit of Road Blasters. They had Paperboy for a time. Rolling Thunder. Wow, loved that game. I got it on the NES as well. But Ninja Turtles was my game. Holy crap. It was like the epitome. It was one of those cool 4-player, get the right colored joystick, because that's the turtle kind of thing. Well, not the pinball game. That's something else there. The follow-up, Turtles in Time. I actually have Turtles in Time, the remake on the Xbox Live. Completely worth it. I don't know, and just like we talked with X-Men, it was the same style. It was the same game as X-Men, basically, right?
Yeah, all those games were like that.
So Konami had this beat 'em up down in the early 90s. That was my game.
Cool. Rizz, what did you play?
Oh, I forget what it's called, but it was the one where they had an orange and a blue gun. And that shows
Lethal Justice.
Wait, what would you say, Bobby?
Time Crisis?
Time Crisis.
I went too old.
What?
I went too old.
You went too old on that one, Sword.
Sorry. That was my era.
But that was fun to play.
There was a
No,
time, but there was a cop one too.
Yeah, there was a cop one too, but there was one. I think the one I'm thinking of had all the whole. I think Time Crisis right?
Yeah.
I think so.
That was the one with. That was the cartoony one, but I remember the cop one too because that was more of the Sega.
Virtual Cop.
Virtual
more,
Cop.
yeah, Virtual Cop.
That was the cop one.
But I remember the police game as well because that was more of the real picture guy, like a Sega. Was it Saturn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Sega Saturn game.
I don't know. Real? I don't know about realistic here. As these pictures pop up.
No.
Daytona USA realistic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was a fun game to play though.
Mm.
That's the whole point. It was a shoot and click. I'm gonna shoot you. No, you're dead. But yeah,
Awesome.
that was my favorite arcade game that I always wound up playing because the Jurassic Park game was always filled.
Awesome.
Chachi.
I'm gonna go last.
Oh, okay.
Bobby?
Mine, I have like 2 or 3. I played a lot when I was a kid. X-Men: Children of the Atom, the first X-Men fighting game.
Yeah, I got that on the Saturn. That was awesome.
You got to use Omega Red for the first time.
Yeah.
I loved Omega Red back in the day. Another one, the Simpsons arcade game. I spent a lot of quarters in that. I probably spent enough to buy the arcade game. And another one, X-Men versus Street Fighter was another one too.
Mm-hmm.
Add that real quick. And does anybody remember the Star Wars game?
The one with the lightsaber?
Had?
Like the original arcade game?
Not the one with like the green.
Yeah.
The one that Sega came out with a couple years later.
Yeah. Well, that was around the time they released like the 32X version and everything.
Yeah.
Not the one where you fight Darth Vader, right?
No.
Yeah, the one where you actually have lightsaber battles.
Oh, okay.
On one, and then there was the Hoth battle on another one.
I do remember that.
Another level. That I put a lot of money into that, and Daytona USA, like I said earlier, another one.
Daytona USA, you can't go wrong with Daytona.
Oh, I know.
From the chat, Tom Bob, Gauntlet, don't shoot the food. Yes, that was the other one. I always had that at the campground we went to. I apparently just loved cabinets that had more than 2 joysticks. Star Wars Arcade with the vector graphics. They're Cruising USA, Contra, the shooter with Aerosmith, which I think was Revolution X.
Sunset Riders.
Wow. Let's see. What
was a hologram game?
Lethal Enforcers, House of the Dead, Doctor Who, Pinball, Time Traveler. Was one of them.
Wow.
I think so.
That was a terrible game. But you always looked at it like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, because it was basically like Dragon Slayer, and I think they did have a Dragon Slayer version of it as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what you're talking about.
This guy here.
It wasn't called Time Traveler. What is it called?
Yeah, there it is. It was a Sega game. It was one of those laser disc games.
I remember
But the whole deal was that it was like a hologram, which really they just kind of projected. Basically, you know what? I think this is the same technology where how they brought back 2-pack.
Yeah.
The 2-pack.
Tupac lives in
one game that I wish I was able to find when I was younger was Space Ace.
Space Ace, which is now on the iPhone, by the way.
Well, wait. Is the arcade game on the iPhone, or is the NES game on the iPhone?
Oh, which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the arcade game.
Yeah, it's on the iPhone because it's the same kind of game as Dragon's Lair, and that is also on the iPhone.
Hey, if Tupac lives in an arcade game, he's asking for changes.
But
yeah, this is Space Ace. iOS. It's the arcade game. I have the Dragon's Lair one.
You guys should never play the NES game.
No, I bet we should. All right. What's up, Bobby?
Chachi.
Chachi.
Well, see, unlike you poor sabs, that had to go to arcade and dish out your quarters to play all these awesome games. My grandfather owned an arcade.
Whoa!
Nice.
That was arcade.
So I didn't have to dish out the quarters because
Oh, nice.
I had the keys.
So it's like that day at Kennywood with that guy kept opening it up for us, right?
Yeah. My grandfather bought a space in the middle of nowhere. And it was an arcade / warehouse type place. And he kept the arcade running and opened up the warehouse space as like a flea market type area. So, I spent a lot of time with Tabletop Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and then I think the newest game, the latest game that he got in there was he got Silent Scope and Cruising USA.
Nice.
But one of the games that he never got rid of, other than like the classics, was the Simpsons game, which I've beaten in the arcade. And I spent a lot of time playing arcade games. So if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Miss Pac-Man on Hyper.
Wow.
But I really don't want to pick a favorite. I spent a lot of time in front of an arcade machine.
You can't really pick a favorite, though. Like, that's the thing.
It's tough
arcade
to pick
games are awesome. You can go down to Dave and Buster's or a local arcade arcade center, whatever you have down there, and you'll be down there for hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just playing a video game on an arcade system, like in the old days, kind of. Man,
right.
That sounded old, but it's the thrill of having, like, hearing all those bells and whistles going off in your head, knowing that there's something on the other side, and there's someone else playing another game, and over here, and it's not like you're confined in a space like this playing a video game. You're
right.
actually going out doing stuff.
Atmosphere.
And even like for the later games where they have motion detection and weighted gloves, if you're doing something like boxing, or like if you're ducking, you actually have to duck and all that stuff. It's good to know that there's a place out there for something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I think this week's challenge should be go to an arcade. If you can find
Wow.
one in
Good
your
luck.
area.
Yeah.
That
Good
will
luck.
be a challenge, but it's doable.
Everybody go to Dave & Buster's.
Dave &
I
Buster's.
worked 2 blocks from an arcade.
Lucky.
Very good.
Lucky.
Go to Chachi's arcade.
I often go down on lunch break and put $2 into the Miss Pac-Man machine.
Nice. Our
Miss
pizza.
Pac-Man likes it when you put
tabletop
$2 in.
Rally
Yeah.
X. This one.
She's a cheap lady. Swallows for $2.
Oh, Bobby, take us home.
All right,
Take
well,
it
that'll do
away,
it for
Bobby.
us this week. If you want to, you can tweet us at InsertCoinTB. You can visit the website at www.insertcointobegin.com. And that'll do it for us this week. Game over.